Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're just gonna random this time. I think we had a good run last time. I seem to remember feeling good the last time I booted up the Binding of Isaac. That's something that happens a lot of the time, because it's just obviously a pretty good game. You know, I've probably got like 600 hours in it, no big deal. I mean, you know, if you want to be technical, I must enjoy, you know, school more than Isaac, because I definitely spent more than 600 hours in school. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm excited to have the opportunity to, you know, embrace Isaac's reckless disregard for randomness, shall we say. So we have, oh, okay, very important objective decision to make here. Pick up remote detonator and then put it back down up to sundown, see where the bad guys are to be found, and make them lay down. Probably take brass knuckles. And the reason I take, well, tough love in this situation is because I think it's a smart idea. I think it's an okay item to begin with. And if by some odd chance we end up getting like 70 luck up pills, we will exclusively shoot, I guess we can get, I don't even, Luckfoot doesn't do it. I don't even know what would do it. But anyway, if we get a bunch of luck up pills, then I will exclusively shoot teeth, and then it'll be the greatest item ever. And also, you know, it makes luck up in general, I guess, so it's a little bit better than it normally is. And it's not normally particularly strong, I guess. But in this situation, it actually gets a lot of good work done for us. Plus, I think tough love is just good by itself. Anyway, there's my reasoning. Now, if I get a luck up pill, I'm not going to be like, meh, it's not really worth anything. It's not really worth a whole lot, but it could make a difference over time. We got our bomb paid for there, and also managed to pick up a spirit heart in the process, and that's going to do it for this floor. Could look for the secret room, but it's just not efficient on the first floor, because there's so many different possibilities for where it could be. So, I think we go fight our boss, and we use a reroll if necessary. Rerolls ended up being planned basically perfectly. This should be good. For one bomb, we can finish off that boss, and definitely do not want a range upgrade. Instead, I will take Super Bandage, which is Spirit Hearts, as well as a permanent HP upgrade. Much better pickup. Good, so, you know, that was pretty much the ideal first floor. It's not the perfect first floor, necessarily, but, you know, within reason. It's like, you know, we're not Bill Gates, but we're doing well for ourselves. We have 10 bombs, which is fantastic. We have 1 key, which is enough. We can provide for ourselves with that. We also have 1 permanent HP upgrade, which is a very good first floor get, because we'll probably trade that in for a deal with the devil room at some point, so we might as well get that HP while we still can. The Spirit Heart's not particularly relevant. Tough love, decent item, an objective upgrade, I think, at the very least. Money in here? No money in here. Just a really good first floor, really elegant first floor, shall we say. That was a bad bit of damage for me to take, but luckily, because of the situation that we're in, it doesn't really impact me all that much. So, Mini Mush. I think I overrate Mini Mush a little bit, but at the same time, there's a lot of reasons why, even if it doesn't give you a rate of fire increase, 1 speed plus range increase is pretty useful, just in case you end up encountering a pill that takes one of those away from you. So, even if it is, again, just a speed plus range upgrade, or even if it's just a speed upgrade, I don't think picking it up is the worst idea in the world. Also, keep in mind that we are only on the cellar part 2, and that means that rerolls are going to be fairly hard to come by, you know? So, we'll probably only get 1 of them on this floor, depending on how the rest of this shakes out. We might reroll something on the curse room, and then we'll have a reroll available for the boss and deal with the devil potential combination. But we're definitely going to the curse room, and there's our secret room as well. Guppy's Paw, as well as some spiders. So the obvious thing to do here is pick up Guppy's Paw. Unfortunately, we'll put it back down, but it does allow us to become Guppy, like a 1/3 of the way to becoming Guppy in the future. We re-roll it and get Brimstone. You know what? Because I like to think of myself as kind of a nice dude, I will not pick up Brimstone, and that might be where we actually prioritize our reroll in the future. I do think we took Brimstone either on the last run or the run directly before that, so I will, you know, throw myself on the mercy of the people here, and, you know, that being said, it's not entirely selfless for me to reroll Brimstone. It kind of is. It's a free Brimstone, so it's pretty good. We have enough money to go to the shop, which is the other place where I'm going to go now, and hopefully get another item. And on the way there, please tell me, yes, that we are going to fight at least 1 more room, so we get at least 1 more reroll. I'm trying to think of when I want to do the reroll here, because a lot of people are... The choice between... Oh, 2 keys is great. The choice between whether to reroll the deal with the devil room or this curse room is actually an interesting one. You might be thinking, deal with the Devil Room, obviously, because you get 2 rerolls. But then, of course, recall that you have to spend health in order to get those deals with the devil item, or deal with the devil items. So I don't think it's quite as open and shut case. You might be saying, well, you obviously 100, I probably okay, now we're committing to only having 1 reroll. So you might be saying, oh, well, we should definitely reroll the curse room because it's technically free. You're only going to lose a spirit heart or something for going in there. I don't think that's necessarily true either, because you get twice as many good items potentially as on a deal with the devil. Now, one thing that is 100% for sure, for certain, I guess I should say, is that we do not want anything in here. It might be good to reroll portable slot. Would we have gotten another reroll? We might have wasted 1 reroll here. Of course, if we had compass and map, we would have sorted this out a little differently, but so be it. We got so many keys here. Okay, so we're gonna reroll the curse room, and I know this is gonna be maybe a little bit contentious. It's fair to say I didn't handle this floor as well as I could have, but I also think if you think that this is a major concern, you're kind of blowing it out of proportion. I don't think this is a big deal. Even if it doesn't turn out well for us, you know, this is random number generation. We gotta do what we can with what we got. Okay, you know what? That's actually really good. We're actually 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy, which means if we have any opportunity to pick up the, or a 3rd Guppy item, in the form of Guppy's Tail or 9 lives, or, you know, if Guppy's Paw showed up again later, I would be much obliged to that as well. But it means that if one of those shows up, then we become Guppy, and that's a huge bonus for us. So we're fighting Blighted Ovum here. It's a fight I don't necessarily like a lot on the first floor. It's the hardest of the 3 between, you know, Gemini, Steven, and Blighted Ovum. Blighted Ovum is definitely the hardest. Pick up Squeezy here. It was really silly of me to fall on the, or to walk on the extra damage there, but it's okay. We'll just go back and get full health and then leave. And you know what? Another very good floor. We don't necessarily leave this floor with much more than we came in with. We're a little faster, a little smaller, maybe have increased range. Tears upgrade is good. Unless it's a shot speed upgrade, in which case it's still fine because it gave us the spirit hearts. And we get Nun's Habit, which is obviously an asset on any run where you also have the D6. So, combine this with the amount of keys that we have, and I feel really good about our potential progress. This is just Catacombs, which means effectively it's Catacombs XL, which is, we'll be fine. You know, Catacombs, I do think it's substantially harder than the caves, and that's a little scary, but by the same token, I also think that we're strong enough to make this work. And, you know, with Nun's Habit, we have plenty of rerolls waiting for us, and we can reroll both item rooms. We have plenty of keys. We can get wherever we want to go. What do I need at this point? That was obviously terrible. More raw HP would be amazing. More damage would be amazing. I feel like I say that every single time, but both of those items would be huge helps in our success here. But as is right now, certainly we have the infrastructure necessary to have a great run with the D6, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, okay, Bomb and a Key is good here. It might not pay out equivalently, but it might pay out even more, and if it was actually a reroll pedestal, that would have been amazing as well. You know what? Let's Joker it up right away. We get the Pact as well as Spirit of the Night. I know the Pact is beloved, but I have to take Spirit of the Night, and I will reroll the Pact and get 9 lives. So now we're Guppy. So buying Spirit of the Night was effectively worthless, but there's no way I could have known that. Although, you know, BizSnap does not buy flying items, I guess, or does not pay health for flying items for that express purpose. But we become Guppy on only the 3rd floor here. That's pretty crazy, right? We obviously have very little health. Lemon Mishap is just garbage. No need to mince words. This is fantastic. That solves our damage problems. We can fly. We fucking overpaid for it, but you know, the thing is, it might not have actually been that big of a deal. We don't know what these pills do yet, so I'm a little concerned. Well, I guess we'll figure it out, won't we? Balls of Steel. Okay, these seem like super useful to take right now, given the situation that our health is in right now. We'll come back to those pills later, though. I'm a little concerned about those ones. What I was getting at, by the way, because you might be saying, what do you mean it might not have mattered? You paid 2 hearts for Spirit of the Night. Not to, you know, characterize anybody who disagrees with me in that idiot voice. I hate when people do that. They're like, yeah, well, maybe everyone should have Medicare. And you're like, well, that's not necessarily, you know, on its merits a terrible argument. Why are you doing it in that stupid man voice? Well, because this is the easiest way to subconsciously make people think that I'm in the right position, because I don't talk like an idiot. Anyway, reroll Lemon Mishap, the Bean. Also terrible, but plenty of rerolls available. What I'm getting at is that, you know, we did pay 2 hearts for Spirit of the Night. That might seem cost prohibitive, considering we just got the ability to fly kind of passively afterwards. But 9 lives might have taken that health away from us anyway. Or at least if we die once with 9 lives, I think it would have taken the health away from us anyway. I hate picking up 9 lives unless it's in exactly this situation. Even still, I would have much preferred Guppy's tail, but there's not much we can do about that, is there? So we might as well just roll with it. Obviously, at this point, Spirit of the Night, or sorry, not Spirit of the Night, but Spirit Hearts, sorry, is where I was going with that. Extremely valuable. Also, the same that applied earlier applies now. If we can get extra HP upgrades, that would be amazing, even though we're very, very unlikely. Maybe even it's an impossibility to get Guppy's Paw later, but who knows. And, well, the wiki probably knows. And thus, people in the comments probably know. But, you know, more health doesn't hurt us. Even if we can't get permanent Polaroid invincibility later, we could use this health. I am going to come down here and we'll reroll the bean into Book of Shadows, which is pretty good, but not good enough to replace the D6. And what's really potentially good about Book of Shadows is if we come across not a fortune teller, but okay, well, it could be useful in a variety of situations, one of which is if we come across I can't believe I got hit there. If we come across a blood bank, obviously very useful. If we come across, that money actually could be useful for us. If we come across a self-sacrifice room, or a curse room, I guess, technically. Cat, what are you doing here? I'm trying to record some video games for the enjoyment of myself and the internet, and you're up here mucking everything up trying to attack. I don't even know what you're trying to attack, but rest assured that if it was, you know, if it was living, it could kick your ass in a fight, because all you do is sleep all day and eat the gruel that we feed you. Actually, that's not true. We feed you some fairly high-quality food. Sometimes I'm even a little jealous. Tuna and gravy? Like, seriously. Can't get away with eating that kind of stuff. There's probably no mayonnaise in cat tuna if I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Okay, so we will pick up this money, and I guess it doesn't really matter what we reroll, because we're not going to take either. I guess technically it's better to reroll the razor in case the blood bank shows up, but it's also much faster for me to just do this, so that's what I'm going to do. And if a blood bank shows up, it's cool, because we can get opportunities to use our D6 more often, I guess, anyway. And there's enough red hearts that I can get some value out of it at least. Anyway, long story short, this is going to be a long floor, and that's good. You know, the longer the floor gets, the more value we possibly have out of it, and the more rerolls we get, which is obviously very important for us as well. Oh my god, we got all 4 Guppy items! Okay, obviously if I had known that this was going to show up, which again, you can't bank on it, but if we had known that Guppy's tail was going to show up, we wouldn't have picked up 9 lives. Hey, cat! I'm gonna have to, you're gonna hear this discipline live on camera. This is 10 bombs. I don't want this as much, but I guess it is better than the razor blade, so I'm gonna make my way over to the razor blade. And we'll reroll that instead. I apologize for the sirens in the background as well. But here's what I'm gonna lampshade what I'm gonna do. So there's the razor blade, we reroll it, Monstrous 2, it's still bad. Alright, I'm gonna get a can of compressed air, and this is my way of discouraging my cat from doing anything. So just pay attention. I'm currently walking over to the, this is what you get while you knock this stuff over. Yeah, you get out of here. Alright. Crisis averted. You stay out. Okay. Probably the most humane punishment I could possibly imagine. In fact, let me move that can of compressed air a little bit closer to me so I can use it in the future as well. So we've gotten very unlucky and gotten some very shitty rerolls. Shit happens though, right? The amount of golden chests that we're gonna get scares me a little bit. I'm mostly, like, I'm irritated with this floor right now, even though it's been pretty good for us. I'm irritated with it because it's gonna be tedious. We haven't really encountered as many dead ends as I would be comfortable with. What else do we need? Again, I think I mentioned this earlier, but damage upgrades would be amazing. Of course, the more damage upgrades we get, the more damage Guppy's flies do, because I believe that they do 50% of the damage of a tier, or twice the, I think they might actually do 200% the damage of a tier. We can afford to pop this open, even though that actually ended up being pretty bad for us. It's okay, not the end of the world. We got so many pills, we should start sorting these out, right? Pill number 1, health upgrade. Please tell me that's not a health downgrade. Tears upgrade, real good. Health, oh my, okay, so one of those is a health downgrade. The first one must have been a health downgrade. This is crazy, like, this is so good for us. Now we picked up at least 2, one of them was kind of accidental, but at least 2 health upgrades. And one of the ones down here should be a health upgrade, or could be a health upgrade as well. Health down, okay. Tears up, that's amazing. And full health, okay, that's pretty solid. A health downgrade pill is not the worst thing to take with you, because if we traded 2 hearts, then it would become an HP upgrade. So that might be something to consider. But in the meantime, I'm also just kind of like making my way through the rest of the level because it's been a long trip so far. See you next fall, and I would love to kind of just be done with this floor, but obviously I can't justify leaving potentially good things behind, so I'm not even going to re-roll the Razor Blade. I'm just going to re-roll the bombs because it's closer to re-roll the bombs, and, you know, if I'm being worn out by this, I'm going to assume that other people are as well, so, you know, we can't spend our whole lives just re-rolling here. Actually, a lot of people on YouTube do, and there's people that are into that, and that's cool. We traded 10 bombs for, in some ways, unlimited bombs, but certainly I am not going to be able to get much value out of that relative to the D6, which is amazing for us. Let's make our way up here, almost hoping that I'm coming across the blood bank, or sorry, not blood bank, the boss room is what I was actually gonna say there, literally. We will have 2 bosses. I hope one's not Cube of Meat. That's not Cube of Meat. Or, you know, Pestilence, I guess, would be the boss name that we actually fight. And this should be super easy. The Tears upgrade is actually nice as well. It's not necessarily exactly the same as the damage upgrade. It doesn't make our flies do more damage, but it does make us generate more flies, because I believe that the way that Guppy works is the same way that Mulligan works, where on hitting or being hit, you have a certain percentage of generating a fly. So that's great. Speed upgrade is something that I'm probably going to prioritize re-rolling. And this is another very, very easy boss to fight here. So we've really lucked out on this floor. It was kind of tedious to do, and it's not over yet, but it's provided us with enough value to definitely be useful. So, cool. Range upgrade I definitely don't want. We've already been here. It's cleared out. I would rather re-roll the range upgrade, and we'll take an HP upgrade. And then, you know, I'm not picking up that Eternal Heart just yet. I just need to not forget it when we go down to the next level. And you might be saying, oh, why wouldn't you reroll Anarchist Cookbook instead? Because Anarchist Cookbook is the range upgrade is like a passive, so you could pick it up anyway and it would benefit you, but Anarchist Cookbook is an active, yada yada. I'm so sick of the tedium of like going back and forth for rerolling here. So this is not ideal. Does it matter? Probably not. You know, when you're driving, you don't say, "Oh, Dad, can you like speed up a little bit?" Or you don't. Let's put it this way: you don't say, "Dad, can you slow down a little bit?" I realize that we're on the Autobahn here, but did you know that it's actually most fuel efficient to drive at 63 kilometers per hour consistently, and then you'll save, you know, pennies on gas over the course of this trip? No, you shut up and you say, "Dad, thanks for driving me here, and also thanks for working a full-time job, so that you can support me and my shithead siblings here." That's the way it should be, anyway. Okay, so, you know, I could hurt myself for more rerolls. I think I'm just gonna leave, though. Sure. Gave us another key and some money, so that was good. It's been a very good floor for us. We went from, like, 4 HP to 1 HP, then back to 5 HP. We are also Guppy. That's crazy good. We picked up some Tears upgrades. We have a great knowledge of the pills that exist on this run, and they are very useful. Just a good run, and this floor in particular added a lot to it. We're actually going to be at 6 health, by the way, by the end. You know what? A lot of people are probably going to question as well. This is more valid because it doesn't require me to. It takes the time investment part out of it, right? But should I have re-rolled the speed upgrade or the HP upgrade? I think it's personal preference in a situation like this. I don't mind having more speed, and in fact I actually kind of like having about the speed that I have right now, which I realize is convenient for the purposes of argument. Different content creators and different players have different degrees to which they like or tolerate speed. I'm okay with it. Most of the time, at least in a situation like this, it's not going to bother me, and it may end up saving my life, or, you know, helping me not take damage against some enemies, whereas range doesn't really benefit me that much, because I can already fly, in my opinion at least. I can fly, and as long as I just get close, then the flies that I generate will take care of most of the nonsense for me. So here you go. For anyone that was saying that those randomized or universal item pool runs were like too innately overpowered, we're on floor 5, and, you know, we're already Guppy. We actually got all 4 Guppy items. We have 6 HP and 9 lives, which never happens. Nun's Habit. I'm not going to open this yet, but I might later. You know, Nun's Habit, D6 still. Trucking along quite well here. May get another deal with the Angel here. That would be very nice. Inside of here. Oh, man, that is a lot. So shops are going to be great for us. I'm assuming it's basically an inevitability at this point that we're going to end up fighting greed. If not in this shop, then in the next shop, but that's fine. And again, you know, as much as I'm taking damage, our base HP is really good, and the Spirit Hearts that we kind of have overlaid on top of that, totally fine as well. Like, we're doing really well, and, you know, meat is a great item. Oh! Fuck you, 9 lives. Meat is a great item that I'm not going to reroll. We did get Small Rock there. That'll slow us down a little bit, which is good, and also give us a little bit more damage. Maybe not good, because I just talked about how good it was that I've got this other stuff going for me. And now everyone's going to be saying, oh, you should have picked up the range upgrade because of Lump of Coal. I still disagree with that, but Lump of Coal is something I'm not going to reroll either. I'd take it at face value. And again, every damage upgrade that we get, not sure if this applies to Lump of Coal, but at least every damage upgrade that we get in the form of something like the Small Rock also makes our flies do more damage, so sweet. 2 golden chests, sure, why not? I was kind of sunk in at that point. I don't believe that we can find a arcade. I was struggling to figure out how to do that without making my grammar look terrible. I don't think that we can find an arcade on this floor. I think arcades only show up on even floors. So that's fine. We are actually running out of Spirit Hearts here, which is scary, but as you can see, you know, I'm very thankful I didn't pick up Brimstone, because if I'd picked up Brimstone, we probably would have done as well or maybe even better, especially considering it was free. And we still would have become Guppy, because eventually we got those Guppy items, at least if all other things are equal. Sure, you know what? I will take Guppy's Hairball, because at this point, this is just crazy that I've got those 5 Guppy items. Is that all the Guppy items in the game? I think it has to be. There's still one more cat item, I guess, in Tammy's head, but I don't think Guppy's Hairball also, by the way, contributes to you becoming Guppy, but I will say that almost certainly, especially given the infrequency with which Guppy's Hairball shows up on my save file at least, I'm 100% positive this is the first time we've gotten all Guppy items, unless I recorded one episode when I was like blackout drunk or something like that, and that magically happened. Because like the odds of getting one of the Guppy items, probably like 80% on any given run. 2, you're probably looking at like maybe 30%, 40%. I realize my math is not adding up perfectly here, but getting 5 of them is just crazy town. Sure, lots of money here. As I told you, fighting greed basically was an inevitability. Do I have a reroll that I'm waiting for here? No, I picked up Guppy's tail, or sorry, Guppy's Hairball. So I'm just kind of speeding through it. Like, I'm not worried too much at all about managing my rerolls properly, which is probably, you know, bad protocol, but by the same token, I'm really enjoying the speed at which we are making our way through the game here. And, of course, we could spend, like, 20 minutes playing that fortune teller if we wanted to, but that's not really my style. Tempted to open this, so I will open it. Gave us a key and a bomb, so it ended up paying for itself, which is good because I do need these keys to go to item rooms and shops in the future. Particularly, we are going to expect that there will probably not be... Oh, fantastic. There will probably not be greed in the next shop because he showed up in this shop. It's not mathematically 100%, I think, that's going to happen, but anyway. Yeah, let's open this one, too. More bombs. Oh, well. We'll probably find another key at some point. What was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, another key. Fantastic. Sort it out, then. No need to go to the secret room, even. Yeah. Oh, we're going to be looking for compass and map, because compass in particular, map less so, but compass in particular is going to be the most valuable item for us for the rest of the game. If Guppy's Paw could somehow miraculously show up a second time and allow us to get permanent Polaroid invincibility, that would be better as well, but compass would go a long way towards making me feel even more confident than I already am. As you can probably tell by the tone of my voice and the things that I'm saying, I am feeling pretty cocky about how this run is going to go, and that is a dangerous place to be. Oftentimes. I'm not going to open that yet. Because it leads to sloppy play, and, you know, 7, if we lost all these Spirit Hearts, which I'm assuming is basically an inevitability at some point in this game, if we lose all these Spirit Hearts, that's not, 7 health is not necessarily a lot of, it's not an insurmountable obstacle for the game to kill us. Let's put it that way. Try to be a little bit more erudite. But it is pretty good. It's certainly better than I would have expected, given that we picked up 9 lives recently. And if I can just avoid taking dumb damage like I just did there, then obviously this is going to be even easier for me. Obviously, Skeleton Key would be an amazing pickup as well. Is it likely to show up? Maybe, maybe not. Well, it's not likely to show up. Could it show up? Absolutely. There's another Spirit Heart, so that compensates for my inadequacy to some extent. It's one of the strongest runs in terms of just raw tiers I think I've ever had. Obviously, like a Polyphemus or something would be off the chain right now. See if we can pick up an attack fly. We do pick up an attack fly and a key. I'm gonna re-roll the attack fly. You know what? Let's pick it up because then we'll have so many blue flies around us and it'll be even funnier, I guess. And we got another key and several bombs for opening this up. Money equals power would also be a huge pickup for us. And then, you know, with 3 keys, and now we have 4 keys, I can basically afford to open all these golden chests that are around us here. So I'm going to look for the secret room in here as well. Obviously, our fly army is just absurd at this point. We have, like, our own little Lord of the Flies run by accident. 4 keys means golden chests are A-okay, at least until we get down to 2 of them. Could use the key to open the library as well, but what can I say? I live reckless. Well, we got another key anyway. So we are up to 84 cents. Money equals power becomes exceptionally valuable. That would be like 3.6, like 3.76 is my math there. Correct. Damage increases, or increase in damage, because it's not like we had 3 damage. You know what I mean. The Hermit takes us directly to the shop. Yeah, might as well save a key. Ride a cowboy. We'll absolutely buy this. I don't think there's any need to reroll that bomb. Save our reroll for another room that's potentially even more valuable. What I hate about flies when it comes to dealing with Zamboros here is that it is a real pain in the dick, because they still only hurt the flies, or sorry, hurt the zombies if they're right in front of them, which is bullshit. But anyway, or sorry, if they're behind them, the exact opposite of what I said. This is a perfect example of, you know, do as I mean, not as I say. Now, our item room is going to be down here. It doesn't look like there's an arcade available. We did pick up the compass. I don't even know if I mentioned that. If I didn't mention it very much, I should have, because it's extremely valuable. Spirit Heart and 2 bombs. I would have preferred to get a key out of it, but hard to complain. And Guppy's Paw has actually worked out. Well, there's our key. Guppy's Paw has actually worked out very well for us, obviously. Not Guppy's Paw, Guppy's Tail. I don't know why my speech is going through such struggles right now. So that compass is going to make it very easy for me to progress once we get down to the womb. Telepathy for Dummies, obviously one of the worst items of the game. So we will re-roll the bejesus out of it. And, you know, Necronomicon. If it shows up again, so be it. I'm too lazy to even bother with it right now. Okay, the army of flies approaches, Mom. And you're not going to like it when it does. This is, without a doubt, one of the strongest runs I've ever had by the time we've made it to Mom. If we got Mom's knife, that would be obviously incredible. Look at that. I by accident, basically did half of Mom's health there, which is stupid and amazing, and I love it a great deal. And I had enough speed to get out of the way there. Where's your speed now, Biznap? He probably just wouldn't have taken damage due to superior positioning, but let's just ignore that part. Okay, down to the next floor. We still have 1 potential deal with the devil. I don't even know what I could get there at this point. I know 1 item I could get there at this point, obviously, but who knows what we could find if that actually ends up being a possibility. Ooh, that was damage I shouldn't have taken. That's fine, though. You can see the speed at which we're tearing these dudes up. Dudes and dudettes, I guess. Some of these characters are gendered, some of them are not. I'm not trying to... It's just the pronoun I'm used to using, and I apologize for it. It's kind of unfair. And, you know, probably like 90% of you are like, no big deal, and then 10% of you are like, thank you. You're welcome, 10%. And 90%, I agree. No big deal for now. As long as it's mentioned. Anyway, death card. Let's pop this. We might as well just use it to simplify the speed at which we are, increase the speed at which we make our way through here. Oh, careful. And we'll pick up a little bit more money, but largely I am just killing time on Utero 1, hoping to find our way to the boss room as quickly as possible. I like rooms like that, because we generated like an enormous army of flies that we can use to our advantage on future rooms. I still think you only get like to take 4 or 5 flies with you from room to room, but it's an advantage to be able to take all 5 with you. Now the Emperor card, it's a great card that we will... Ooh, yeah, that's amazing. The fact that we can now slow our enemies with our shots is crazy good. It's very tempting to use the Emperor card here because obviously it's annoying, just as it is fine. It's very annoying to have to walk through rooms we don't know where we're going, or when we don't know where we're going, but the Emperor card is something that is best saved for a little bit later in the game. And we have not come this way, much to my surprise. Now, what is this might seem weird, considering how much I don't really value them, or how little I value them oftentimes, but I really think that one of the potential downfalls of this run, if things go wrong, and I'm not saying they're going to, but if things go wrong, I might think that something that might help us out a lot is actually picking up some orbitals, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. We do get a deal with the devil here, which is awesome. And we get a Forget-Me-Now and the nail. The nail is probably the best choice for us, honestly, but I'm going to reroll both of them. And you know what? I will pick up both of these. I know that sounds maybe a little crazy. We'll also get the chance to reroll the 8-ball. Oh, I don't like that. But we'll take it. Why not? Why not? It doesn't matter. Sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't. Why was I so aggressive with the items I picked up here? Well, obviously I wanted to pick up the mark. Gives us some stats, including damage, and damage makes our flies more valuable. So that's a no-brainer in my standpoint, I think. Why did I pick up rage? Pretty much the same thing. I think the flies will scale with rage, maybe. Check out our secret room here. Sorry, curse room. I will use the moon card to just teleport out. And my reasoning behind that was why take damage if I don't have to. So I think that's a good idea. Now, certainly, you know, we still got our work cut out for us, and I haven't made it easier on myself by... Oh, I didn't get hit there. Amazing. I haven't made it easier on myself by giving up 3 hearts there. But I still think it's the right decision. I can't back it up mathematically, but I do think it's the right decision. So... we'll see how this works out. And, you know, Northernlion, why are you exploring so much? I need to go back and get that Emperor card, by the way. But Northernlion, why are you exploring so much? I want to get to that blood bank. Because we'll get rerolls out of it, but also... Oh, we should open the library before we go to the blood bank, though. Yeah, we'll get rerolls out of it, and I can use these rerolls on the library to possibly scam the game out of some good items. We'll see, though. This is an absolute no-brainer. We will use Book of Revelations first, though. Book of Belial would actually be a great pickup for us, but again, I prefer having the novelty of the D6. I guess I should have picked up this. That's fine. I got my comeuppance. And now we'll do some reroll scamming, because this is what is going to make the difference between... possibly make the difference between a great run and a merely okay one, but we'll see. So, again, the damage that we're doing is incredible. Any extra bonuses that we get to our damage are always welcome. Lots of red hearts available to replenish our health a little bit. So, I don't have any invincibility. That's the annoying part, but sure, it's fine. Okay. Obviously, like, speed plus HP upgrade, I'd be totally fine with. In the meantime, though, back to the library. I have picked up both of these. I picked up Telepathy for Dummies. I picked up Book of Shadows, so I'm not sure how many we have left. We have... Oh, yep. Definitely should have picked up the Necronomicon earlier. My mistake. It's okay, though. Now that we've gone... It's cost us a reroll, and we might not get too many more, but so be it, right? Not an enormous concern. And actually, it's probably in my best interest to... like, not pick up health, because then I can get into permanent Polaroid Invincibility Town and get way more value. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm fine with picking that up. The HP is probably the most valuable thing there. And we're still going to have a few rerolls left before our boss room anyway. Assuming I take any damage at all, it might be 2. No damage, it's still 1, I think. Alright. Monster Manuel. I don't think this showed up earlier, so I don't feel too bad about this one. Let's continue making our way onwards here. Now our speed might be a little crazy. Pretty quick. I think the speed upgrade you get from the blood bag is way more than... proportionally much greater than the speed downgrade you get from picking up the small rock. I don't think it's a 1-to-1 ratio there, because I feel like I am faster than I was at the point where I was previously fastest on this run. Anyway, flies, thank you. Loki has been a little bit worse for me historically than usual. So if I can take him out easily, that lends me some reassurance about the amount of damage we're doing. Feels pretty good. We also took out that brain guy without any problems whatsoever, basically. Remember, we can leave after the Mom's Heart fight, too, so if we end up taking damage, we can always get more rerolls. Poop, and that's basically just a speed upgrade. So, I will go through with the boss fight here, and if I end up taking a little bit of damage, no big deal. I will come closer to a reroll. Yeah, we'll open this up. Not a big deal yet. The Empress. I'll use this on this boss fight, because we're going to take the Emperor card with us, obviously. So I might as well use the Empress, and I'll wait till the late... Oh, there we go. Took some damage, so I will have a reroll available. Cool beans. Now, basically, my crowd control plus flies, I expect to get through this very, very quickly. Wow, okay. Once I actually committed to a strategy, that happened fast. So we're going to leave... And obviously, we're going to take the Emperor card with us. And we're just going to use the Emperor card, I think, immediately on the next floor so that we have, well, maybe I shouldn't use my reroll here then. But anyway, we're going to do it. Well, I wish I didn't. Probably should have picked those up so they don't show up on the chest, but I'm mad because I'm bad. So, well, you know what? We're going to have a reroll available because we're going to take at least 2 hits against Isaac anyway. So I'm not too concerned. All right, Isaac looks reasonably far away, so I don't mind using the Emperor card here. Gets us down to the chest where we get those good items quickly. Maybe that'll save us from taking some damage. Now again, not having orbitals. Kind of what I'm concerned about here for the most part. I've taken a decent amount of damage so far. 3 hits is nothing to sneeze at when you don't have a ton of health. And of course, what I'm mainly concerned about is this whole 9 lives situation. where I may end up dying, having to, like, basically forcibly kill myself, like, 8 times, because that's really frustrating and annoying. But we're done with this. Okay. So we lost our Spirit Hearts, but we still have some health. Good news. And we have a reroll available, of course. Sacrificial Dagger is an Orbital, Polyphemus, the Rosary, and Odd Mushroom. So this is maybe, like, the only time I will not reroll any of these items. Odd Mushroom for the increased rate of fire to coincide or compensate for Polyphemus' decreased rate of fire. Polyphemus, of course, giving us a stupid amount of damage on not only our tiers, but also our flies. So yeah, this might genuinely be one of the most OP item sets I've gotten in the shop. Or sorry, in the chest. Obviously, that's not the shop. Now, you know, not all items are created equal. The Rosary is not particularly important, although the extra health could end up making a big difference. We will get a Spirit Heart here, by the way, from Blue Famine. Yeah, the Rosary is not of critical importance. Truth be told, Odd Mushroom probably not greatly going to improve our chances. But apart from those, and Sacrificial Dagger is exactly what I wanted. You're not going to hear me shit talk that at this point, because that was something that I desperately kind of thought that I needed. So we'll make our way down here, and you know, this will be a real measure of our success. How fast can we kill Bloat? Real fucking fast. 2 more rooms. Daddy Longlegs has also he's gone down very quickly for us, and the ability to slow makes it even better. You know what? We don't need Mr. Mega. I'll re-roll it in the hopes of picking up something like Odd Mushroom, which, you know, increases our damage yet again, making our flies even more worthwhile than they previously were. Maybe should have killed Sloth last if we're, like, theory crafting here, but I think it doesn't matter. I think we won for sure. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do my best to dodge, but I don't think it's necessary. I think the only dodging that's necessary is offensive dodging to just make sure that all of our flies are actually in range of Blue Baby when they spawn, so they hit him as soon as possible. And wow, we are substantially stronger than we used to be, even on as late as that Isaac fight, or sorry, as recently, I guess, as that Isaac fight. We're way stronger now. That was crazy how fast that turned around. Not that it was ever bad, but, well, what a weird run. Lots of great items showed up in weird circumstances. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Show your support if you enjoyed the video by clicking the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you are interested in seeing more Daily Isaac. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.